What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Flames back at it again. Another Bible reading video. And today, we're about to be reading out of Joshua chapter 17. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Chapter 17. Okay, so this is kind of continuation from the last chapter, which was at the end of the last video. I'm basically just talking about allotments for, certain people, within the Israeli people. However, an allotment is basically ownership of like a certain part of land. Basically is like a decent way to put it. Um so yeah, or this like inheritance or group of thing. This is for this people, this is for that people, allotment. Then allotment was made to the people of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph. To Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, were allotted Gilead and Bashan, because he was a man of war. And allotments were made to the rest of the people of Manasseh by their clans. Abizar, Helik, Asriel, Shechem, Heper, and Shemida. These were the male descendants of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their clans. Now Zephad, the son of Hepher, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters. These are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tezrah. They approached Eleazar the priest and Joshua son of Nun and the leaders and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance along with our brothers." So according to the mouth of the Lord he gave them an inheritance among the brothers of their father. Thus there fell to Manasseh 10 portions, besides the land of Gilead and Bashan, which is on the other side of the Jordan, because the daughters of Manasseh received an inheritance along with his sons. The land of Gilead was allotted to the rest of the people of Manasseh. Territory of Manasseh reached from Asher to Michmethath, which is east of Shechem. Then the boundary goes along southward to the inhabitants of En-Tapua. The land of Tapua belonged to Manasseh, but the town of Tapua on the boundary of Manasseh belonged to the people of Ephraim. Then the boundary went down to the brook Cana. These cities, to the south of the brook, among the cities of the Manasseh, belonged to Ephraim. Then the boundary of Manasseh goes on the north side of the brook and ends at the sea, the land to the south being Ephraim's, and that to the north being Manasseh's. I'm sorry, guys. With the sea forming its boundary. On the north Asher's reached, and on the east Issachar. Also in Issachar and in Asher's Manasseh had Beth-Sean and its villages, and Ibalim and its villages, and the inhabitants of Dor and its villages, and the inhabitants of Endor and its villages, and the inhabitants of Tanakech and its villages, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and its villages. Yet the third is Nephath. Yet the people of Manasseh could not take possession of those cities, but the Canaanites persisted dwelling in that land. Now when the people of Israel grew strong, they put the Canaanites to forced labor, but did not utterly drive them out. So basically what was happening to them in Egypt, essentially. Then the people of Joseph spoke to Joshua, saying, "Why have you given me but one lot and one portion as an inheritance, though I am a numerous people? Since all along the Lord has blessed me." And Joshua said to them, "If you are a numerous people, go out by yourselves to the forest, and there clean ground for yourselves in the land of the Pezerites and in the Rephaim, since the hill country of Ephraim is too narrow for you." The people of Joseph said, "The hill country is not enough for us, yet all the Canaanites who dwell in the plain have chariots of iron, both those in Beth-Shean and in its villages, and those in the valley of Jezreel." Then Joshua said to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, "You are a numerous people and have great power. You shall not have one allotment only, but the hill country shall be yours. For though it is a forest, you shall clear it and possess it to its farthest borders. For you shall drive out the Canaanites, though they have chariots of iron, and though they are strong." So iron back then. That's like maxed out netherite armor pretty much. Like that that's like the cream of the crop right there. They didn't have I don't even think they had steel at that point. So like that was max tier loot right there. Like you weren't really messing with that. So at first they were kind of like, like this is it's kind of crazy. But have you seen what has already happened so far? Meteors falling from the sky. Like, come on, bro. Crazy work. But yeah. Um, Next chapter we're about to get into the allotment of the remaining land. Um, we're about to get to that video here in a sec. I appreciate y'all for watching. Love y'all. I'll catch y'all here in a sec. Bye.